Thank you much, Mike, for the heads up there. And this morning, if you are getting ready to head out on the roads for the holiday, you'll want to get moving soon.
That's right. And you'll have a lot of company, too. More than 2 million Michiganders are hitting the roads this week. And one of the worst times to travel is today, this afternoon, between 1 and 5 p.m. Now, one of the best times is this morning before 10 a.m.
Now, as for what you'll be paying at the pump before your trip, I just checked AAA's gas tracker. Michigan's average this morning for regular unleaded gasoline is $3.14 a gallon, up slightly from a week ago. Now, if you are flying, expected to stay busy at Detroit Metro Airport.
And that's where we find 7 News Detroit reporter Brittany Toulis, who's live at DTW for a second consecutive morning. And Brittany, how is it right now compared to this time of the day yesterday when you really saw things starting to pick up?
Yeah, Keenan, Alicia, this time yesterday, like I said, it was like a switch flipped on and the travel started. Well, it's even more so today. And this is where the lines are. We're not at the security lines. This is the checked baggage line. This is, if you're heading out to the airport, this is what you need to prepare for. We got some people waving, but this is where the lines are. There's ticket kiosks all right here. People are in line for, also against the back of the wall. And these lines are a couple of rows deep here, and on the other side of security as well is another line. So if you're coming out to the airport and are planning to check bags, you're going to want to leave early because this is what you're dealing with. These are where the lines are. Security, we're going to head over there in a little bit, but those lines are honestly not terrible, and that's because DTW here has done some things ahead of time to make sure you getting through the security lines moves pretty quickly. And some of those things are, if you're walking up, you can use your ID as your boarding pass, and also the machines they have are X-ray machines, and they work so well you don't even have to take your electronics out of your bags. Even your big laptops can stay in your bags when you're running them through security, because you know at the end of security, for some reason all the zippers seem to not work when you're trying to shove those electronics in your bag. So to get rid of that backlog, keep them all in your bags when you're going through security here. Now if you're flying domestically, it's suggested you get here 2 hours before your flight. If you're flying internationally, it's suggested you get here 3 hours before your flight. Now we talked to a couple of travelers going on both of those trips. Isabella Notham is an Eastern Michigan student, and we watched her breeze right through security, getting ready to catch her flight home. But she is actually trying her luck twice because she's landing back here at DTW on what's expected to be the busiest day of this travel week.
I'm headed back to Virginia. I was a little nervous about coming in just because I know that it gets pretty busy, but I was able to book a really early flight.
And when are you flying back?
I'm flying back on the 1st.
The 1st, so that's Sunday?
Yeah.
So that is the busiest travel day.
Yeah, I know. I picked like the worst days to travel.
Now on Sunday, TSA is expecting over 48,000 people to move through DTW here. Now here's the security lines. We also wanted to give you guys a look at that. Now there are a couple of rows deep. Like I said, this is the biggest crowd we've seen so far here. So security is also starting to back up a little bit. Now we caught up with Jessica Wynn. She's heading to Cancun this morning, and she says right now, Turkey is absolutely the last thing on her mind.
Maybe some tacos. Chicken tacos. So,
You gonna miss the turkey at all?
no, not at all. I'm good. I can skip a year. We did not know about flying out the day before Thanksgiving. We had no idea, and everybody said we're crazy.
Thankfully, Jessica beat this big rush here when she was going through security. It was a breeze. Now, if you're looking to bring Thanksgiving dinner with you through security, if you're tasked with bringing some food, here's are some things you can bring through with you through the security check line. Now, you can bring baked goods, you can bring meat that's frozen and unfrozen meat, raw or cooked. You can bring stuffing, casseroles, and mac and cheese, but if you're bringing wines, you're going to have to check those wines. You're going to have to check the syrups, jams, cranberry sauce. And of course, we learned yesterday, you are going to have to check your gravy. Now, you know, someone tried to check gravy at one point. That's why there's a rule about it, and I would love to hear that story as well. Now, if you're looking to book a last-minute flight, it's suggested that you book your flight on Thanksgiving Day for cheaper rates. And whatever airline you're flying, it's also suggested you download that app. So if there's any changes to your itinerary, you can make those changes right there in your app. Your boarding pass is in your app. And if your flight is delayed overnight, you can also request meal vouchers and hotel vouchers right there in that app as well. Now, I'll be here at DTW all morning getting a load of these lines. And also good news, that board is looking pretty good too. Everything is looking to be on time. A couple of red flares there, but Good news for travelers. If you're bringing a check bag, though, leave a little early. Like I said, I'll be here all morning. Stick around for updates. But for now, live at DTW, I'm Brittany Toulis for 7 News Detroit this morning.
All right, thank you so much, Brittany. We all know that board, when it's green, you're in a good situation.